happened to Russ, bro. On God. It's fucked up what happened to Russ. And Russ got a bad take because of that Lakers team. That's the truth, bro. That's the truth. You talk to T-Lou did interview with motherfuckers. I love Russ. Ever since Russ left the Lakers, bro, he's been on the minimum, bro. We've never seen this ever. We've never seen a player who's been the MVP, who's impacted the game, who they call him names and tell him he can't shoot, go to the playoffs, shoot 40% with the Clippers the very next year. Right? Take a less demeaning role with the Lakers. Take a less demeaning role with the Clippers. He's been a sixth man ever since he's left the Lakers. He's a starting point guard in the NBA. He's arguably one of the top 3 point guards to ever play the game. You tell me this man can't get on the team? All because he's passionate? All because he stretches with the team every single fucking practice? All because if it's a team out and he's there all the fucking time? All because if you talk to anyone around the league, Russ is the best teammate I ever have. I talked to Paul George. Hey, Pat, you go love Russ. Austin Reeves, Russell Westbrook, one of the best teammates I ever had. What the fuck are we talking about? Why isn't this man on the...
Russell Westbrook, the 2017 MVP, 9-time All-Star, and the undisputed triple-double king, just lost it. He didn't just get mad. He straight up smashed his phone in shock. The reason? Watching Giannis Antetokounmpo's brother get signed before him? Yeah, you heard that right. His brother. That's the moment that made everything snap. Nina, Westbrook's wife, said he broke his phone after finding out Alex Antetokounmpo got a deal before him. Think about that. A Hall of Fame lock, one of the most intense players of his generation, sitting at home unsigned while players with half his stats were securing contracts. That cut deep, especially at 36. Now, Westbrook's heading to Sacramento, signing a $3.6 million deal with the Kings, his 7th team in 6 years. That's wild. It's a crazy drop for a guy who used to strike fear into defenses and make triple-doubles look easy. But here's where it gets even messier. This is the story of how one of the NBA's most explosive players ended up here, how LeBron James and the Lakers damaged his image, how his ex-teammates are now speaking out, and why this Kings deal could be the final chapter in Westbrook's wild journey. Westbrook's deal? A veteran minimum. Just $3.6 million for 1 year. To put that in perspective, reports say a Chinese team threw around $14 million at him, nearly 4 times more. But Westbrook turned it down cold. He refused to walk away from the NBA. That's pride, that's confidence, that's Westbrook. He even turned down his $3.5 million player option in Denver to bet on himself in free agency.
Russell Westbrook is signing with the Sacramento Kings. His agent, Jeff Schwartz, tells me it's a 1-year, $3.6 million deal. And these are two sides that have been engaged in conversations all off season, every single month, every single week since July. They've been in constant communication. And this is a Kings team that has searched for point guard.
That gamble nearly destroyed him. As training camp got closer, rosters filled up. And Westbrook sat there. No calls, no offers, nothing but silence. Then came the breaking point. The moment he found out Alex Antetokounmpo signed before him. That's when, reportedly, he smashed his phone in anger. Can you even blame him?
It all started with Lakers. Look at his career. As soon as he went to Lakers, I don't want to blame anyone. I don't want to blame LeBron or whatever, but it's hard to play for the Lakers, man.
Why?
If you're playing with someone like LeBron, it's all about LeBron.
Russell Westbrook's wife, Nina, says that he broke his phone after finding out that Alex Antetokounmpo got signed before.
This is the same man who averaged a triple-double for 3 straight seasons. The guy who carried entire franchises on his back. An MVP who gave his all every single night. And now, he was watching a bench player with almost no NBA minutes get a deal first? That's straight-up humiliation for a legend. And here's the crazy part. In 75 games with Denver last season, Westbrook was still putting up numbers. 13.3 points, 6.1 assists, 4.9 rebounds, and 1.4 steals per game on 44.9% shooting. He even hit 52% on 2-pointers, the best mark of his entire career. Those are solid numbers, starter-level numbers. But still, team after team kept passing on him. Front offices kept moving on, and Westbrook was left wondering, is this really the end of the road? For the first time in 18 long years, Russell Westbrook was staring at something unthinkable. Being out of the league. That's wild. The noise around him started growing louder, and everyone had something to say. Patrick Beverley, never one to hold back, spoke his mind loud and clear. Russ got a bad take because of that Lakers team. Coming from Beverley, a guy built on grit, toughness, and that raw attitude, that means a lot. Beverley even called Westbrook the best teammate I ever had. That's not just empty words. That's real respect from someone who's battled in the trenches with him. And he wasn't alone. ENE's Cantor Freedom jumped in too and took it a step further. putting the spotlight right back on what really happened in LA. Let's rewind. Reports confirmed it wasn't the Lakers front office that made the call to sign Westbrook. It was LeBron James himself. Before the 2021-2022 season even started, LeBron pushed for Russ over Buddy Hield. This wasn't some random management move. This was LeBron's call. He wanted Russ by his side, no questions asked, so the Lakers rolled out their so-called Big Three: LeBron, Anthony Davis, and Westbrook. The goal was simple: championship or bust. But what came next? Total chaos. They didn't even make the playoffs. It became one of the biggest disasters in Lakers history. And when it all went down in flames, who caught all the blame? Russell Westbrook. Things got dark, real dark. The hate went way beyond basketball. Westbrook and his family started getting death threats. That's not passion, that's obsession turned toxic. The criticism wasn't just harsh, it was personal. His mental strength was pushed to the limit like never before. By his second season with LA, Westbrook was barely starting. Just 3 starts, averaging 15.9 points, 7.5 assists, and 6.2 rebounds.
Why do you think he had such a hard time adjusting when he went to like Houston and Washington and the Clippers? Like, it was kind of a big fall off.
You know what? I think it all started with Lakers. Look at his career. As soon as he went to Lakers, I don't want to blame anyone. I don't want to blame LeBron or whatever, but it's hard to play for the Lakers, man.
Why?
If you're playing with someone like LeBron, it's all about LeBron. And if the season fails, then you need to have like some kind of scapegoat. I think that year they picked Russell Westbrook as a scapegoat. Then after that, I mean, look at his career. I do think that, right now it was his 18th year, and this guy, unfortunately, can't even find a team to play right now. It's tough.
So you're saying like becoming the scapegoat like got to him mentally and like that affected his game? Yeah.
I think so. You know, because like people were just calling him some very hard names and some nicknames. I don't even want to repeat it. I feel bad because like he got a lot of kids, and I watched one of his interviews because he said, now my kids going to school and they called his kids are like some of the nicknames that the fans used to say, whatever. So, NBA is tough, man. NBA is definitely tough, but he could still play in NBA. It's crazy that he cannot find a team.
I think it was him that when they went to Utah, they were like extremely racist towards him or something like that. Yeah. Was it Russell Westbrook?
It was Russell Westbrook.
So like when you were on the Utah Jazz, was it the same? Did you see that same vibe when you were playing there?
To be honest with you, not. I mean, they were like one of the wildest fans, and they had your back no matter what, and they were like the sixth man. But when I played there, I didn't really have I didn't hear about any kind of racist comments towards other teams.
The man who once ran entire offenses was now watching from the bench. Coach Frank Vogel benched him, and the media ripped him apart night after night. And right in the middle of all that, LeBron went public, saying he wanted Kyrie Irving instead. Imagine that. The same guy who vouched for Russ, now hinting he wanted him gone. That's straight up betrayal. Even analysts started to admit it. Playing for the Lakers isn't just about basketball, it's politics. It's headlines, drama, and non-stop pressure. Every missed shot becomes a meme, every turnover a trending topic. With that kind of spotlight, one bad week and the fans will turn on you instantly. Ian's Cantor Freedom said it perfectly. The mental toll was unreal. He said people were calling Westbrook all kinds of harsh names, spreading nasty nicknames he wouldn't even repeat. That's how deep the hate ran. But through it all, Westbrook stayed locked in. When he landed in Denver, he flipped that negativity into fuel and came alive again. Off the bench, he was electric. Over the last 3 seasons, he's come off the bench in 145 out of 216 games, finishing top 10 and 6th man of the year voting every single year. That's elite company. He adjusted his game, got smarter with his shots, and brought that trademark fire that changed games in seconds.
Because Russell Westbrook's legacy is not going to be about winning.
Only 17 players in the entire NBA averaged at least 13.3 points, 6.1 assists, and 4.9 rebounds. And Westbrook was one of them. That's all-star level production right there. His hustle, his speed, his fire, still unmatched. But then came the playoffs. In round 1 against the Clippers, Westbrook was huge, crucial to Denver's win. But round 2, a nightmare. Facing his old team, the Oklahoma City Thunder, he struggled hard, shooting just 34.8% from the field, 21.9% from deep, and coughing up turnovers that cost momentum. 18 points, then 17 assists. Across 160 minutes of playoff action, the Nuggets were outscored by 92 points when Russell Westbrook was on the court. That's the curse that's followed him for years. Westbrook gives everything: heart, hustle, and wild intensity. But when the postseason spotlight hits, those same traits sometimes turn against him. The turnovers start stacking up. The missed shots cut deeper. And the critics, they come roaring back louder than ever.
Russ, bro. On God. It's fucked up what happened to Russ. And Russ got a bad take because of that Lakers team. That's the truth.
That's the cruel truth. Even with all his regular season brilliance, Russ is still ringless. He's gone to war with legends, Kevin Durant, LeBron James, James Harden. Yet that championship has always slipped away at the very end. The Thunder's 2012 finals run? It ended at the hands of LeBron's Miami Heat, and Westbrook never made it back. Fair or not, those playoff struggles have come to define his story. The unstoppable force who filled stat sheets but couldn't seal the deal when the moment mattered most. Now here we are, Sacramento. Westbrook's fourth team since 2022, his seventh overall in an 18-year career. From franchise cornerstone to NBA journeyman, what a ride it's been. But what exactly did he just walk into with the Kings? Pure, unfiltered chaos. The Kings roster is loaded with ball-dominant players. Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, Domantas Sabonis, Dennis Schroeder, and Keon Ellis. Off the bench, Westbrook links up with Malik Monk and Doug McDermott. A mix of slashers and shooters all fighting for touches. On paper, it sounds exciting, but there's one huge problem. Spacing. Zach LaVine shines with the ball in his hands. If he's forced into an off-ball role while sharing the floor with Westbrook or DeRozan, his impact drops fast. Add in multiple non-shooters and suddenly the floor tightens up. The paint clogs, defenses pack in, and the offense starts to suffocate. Last season, Sacramento ranked 28th in bench points and 29th in bench assists, near the very bottom. That's where Westbrook can make a difference, bringing energy, leadership, and that signature fire off the bench. And new GM Perry made it clear. The Kings want a high-motor, high-effort culture. That's literally Westbrook's DNA. But the real question is, can he still be that spark at 36? Or is this the final chapter of one of the most electrifying careers in NBA history? The Kings aren't betting on stats this time. They're betting on heart. What Sacramento truly wants from Russell Westbrook isn't about shooting percentages or analytics. It's about that legendary drive, that raw intensity, that iron will that refuses to ever back down. That's the fire that's kept him alive in this league for almost 2 decades. And here's something no critic can take from him: love and respect from Oklahoma City. Even when he wore Denver's jersey last season during the Western Conference semifinals, OKC fans still cheered his name. Think about that for a second. Their team was in the playoffs, yet they were rooting for the opponent. That's not normal. That's loyalty born from years of blood, sweat, and sacrifice. Oklahoma City never forgot what Westbrook gave them, and that bond runs deep. Westbrook's legacy is already cemented. 203 triple-doubles, 9 All-Star selections, an MVP, a scoring title, and a guaranteed Hall of Fame ticket. Those aren't just numbers. They're monuments to a career built on passion, chaos, and pure heart. But here's the painful truth. The one thing missing still defines his story: the ring, the symbol of ultimate greatness. And now, at 36, playing on a veteran minimum deal with the Sacramento Kings, that window is closing, fast. Patrick Beverley once said he's still a top 3-point guard ever. That's a bold take, and honestly, it might be true in spirit. But can you really make that claim without playoff glory? Without that ring? That's the shadow that haunts Westbrook's legacy. Chris Paul is still chasing that first championship ring. Carmelo Anthony already walked away without one. And now, it's Russell Westbrook standing in that same spotlight trying to prove to the world he still belongs. Don't get it twisted, the man can still hoop. He's still explosive, still attacks the rim like a freight train. Last season, over 40% of his shots came right at the rim, and he finished 64% of them. That's elite efficiency for any guard, let alone one pushing 37. He can still slice through defenses, run the pick and roll like a pro, and bring that unpredictable chaos energy that flips the tempo of any game in seconds. But let's be real, this might be it, his final run. Every possession now carries weight. Every shot could be part of his legacy. This Sacramento move isn't just another contract, it's a crossroads. Either it becomes a comeback story for the ages or it turns into the final chapter before the curtain drops. If it works, Westbrook could rewrite everything. He could flip the whole narrative that's haunted him for years. He could remind the world that the Lakers didn't break him. They built his toughness, that he's still the same fireball who can lift a team that's starving for leadership, grit, and that trademark Westbrook intensity. But if it fails, then it becomes another rough chapter. Another symbol of how ruthless the NBA can be when the spotlight fades. Another story of a superstar turned scapegoat. Another cold reminder that loyalty in this league is short-lived and memories fade fast. The Kings are rolling the dice big time. They already traded De'Aaron Fox, shuffled their roster, and they're clinging to the hope that this wild new mix can actually work. And right in the middle of all that chaos stands Russell Westbrook, their Hail Mary, their last shot at relevance, the man nobody else believed in, stepping up one more time. Fans are completely divided. Some see a proud veteran ready to lead and fight for one last run. Others think it's just another chaotic Kings experiment waiting to crash. But one thing's for sure. Whatever happens this season will define how the world remembers Russell Westbrook. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, because we'll be tracking every twist and turn of this roller coaster all season long. Drop a comment. It's getting hot. Do you think Russ can carry the Kings back to the playoffs, or are we watching the final chapter of a legend unfold right before our eyes? See you on the next one.